1.
Awesome.
Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Cleaning Out My Closet podcast. My name's Sean, and I'm joined by the ever beautiful, glorious, lovely lady
of the night.
Yeah, right. This is your new job title?
This is my new job title.
Tell me about
I'm
it.
excited, honestly. So I started about a week ago. There is no there's no health
after that fucking joke. Get the fuck out of here with that.
There's no health benefits.
Yeah, there's definitely there's health. There's the opposite of health benefits
I've
in
been
that field.
shivved like 6 times. I'm pretty sure I'm dying.
The only thing you're not deficient in is protein. That's about the only fucking thing.
This is true.
Every other vitamin.
I mean, depending on what they ate, I kind of absorb some of that.
Is that your superpower?
Yeah,
you just absorb the strength
through the skin or in the mouth.
Guy's jizz. Yeah, that sounds like the greatest hero of all time.
Isn't that what Ginger's trying to? He's writing a book, and that's what the
No, I think he's writing a movie, and he's gonna have his dad play the main character.
Yep, and then he's gonna take over the reins and
Come
at
man.
the end, come man, dun, da, da, da.
Mark Jazium. That's the main character's name.
Mark Jazium, and then Mark Jazium Jr. Very original.
All right, guys, we're back with another episode, and we're going to quit.
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah,
this
that's
is it.
This is the ending of everything.
I would say we had a good run, but that's a lie. I would say we had fun, which was another lie.
We never really made it anywhere.
No, to be honest with you, I'm surprised that YouTube hasn't just taken all of our shit down. Not for inappropriateness, which is one thing.
Can I ask you a question? When I was taking a shit, could you hear me taking a shit?
I could smell you taking a shit. I could not so much hear you.
Because maybe like 2 weeks ago, we had some people over at our place. We were like, it was just 2 people, right?
Right.
And I turned to Benexi and I was just like, I need you to entertain them because
loudly.
I have to take a really horrible shit. Like, it's a really terrible one.
So is your bathroom like the way it's situated? Is it like close to? Oh, that's the word. Like kind of how my old apartment was.
It's like right there.
Like if you're taking a shit, like the living room can hear you, the kitchen can hear you, the other fucking room can hear you.
Yeah. You go out to the balcony, you can hear it. You're getting into your car.
I usually just shit in the balcony.
So I go in there, I sit down, and immediately it goes.
Of course.
And I was like, oh no, there's people I'm not that close with out there.
Oh, that's even worse when it's someone that you're not.
Yeah, it was like they do not know me and my butthole habits
not like
at
that.
all. So I sit and she texted me and she goes, turn the fan on, and I go, it is on.
What else could I do?
So I asked her about it recently, and I go, so like, could everyone hear me? And she goes, she said her friend turned to her and goes, is he okay in there? Like as soon as you hear the fucking shit noises.
Is he dying?
And I felt so fucking bad. I was like, oh no, that's the last thing I want people to fucking hear.
So actually
I'd rather them hear me coming in there.
It's pretty much the same noise, just a lot more fluid when you shit.
Jeremy.
Just choking yourself with a fucking toilet paper noose.
I'm just looking at Mark Zuckerberg porn.
Dude, he's got such a good face. He's got a porn face for sure, and he's hung like a fucking horse. Like
he's definitely got the face of a guy who downloads porn illegally. That's for sure.
He is a creepy looking motherfucker.
He looks like if him and like what the fuck is the name of that guy from what is it, Jason Sudeikis? If those two did like the fucking fusion dance from Dragon Ball Z, they'd form Jared from Subway.
Ooh, yeah. That's how he was actually created.
Yeah.
With great power comes great responsibility or some shit like that.
But what was this thing you wanted to talk about?
So yeah, it actually kind of ties in pretty well with your whole fucking destroying my bathroom earlier and destroying yours a couple weeks ago and just losing more friends for your fiance.
Less people in the wedding party. There's less people in the wedding party.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. You should just invite everyone that you plan on inviting.
What I'm going to do
is eliminate like half
one day
right
when
there.
Benexi's asleep, I'm just going to take a shit on her.
Oh.
And then that way she'll just like cancel the wedding altogether. We won't even have to.
What if she like turns out she's like super into it?
Yeah.
And like every time she's like wakes you up in the middle of the night, she's like,
I've thought about this.
Sean,
so what if So how would you react if the woman you chose to spend your life with was really into like you taking like really sour dumps on her?
Dude, I couldn't. It just wouldn't work. My fucking bowels are so fucked.
But
that's where it's coming out of.
But she looks like the hottest chick you could fucking imagine.
Still couldn't do it.
Really?
Still couldn't do it.
I'd bite that bullet.
My bowels are so fucked up, dude.
But she loves it though.
But I wouldn't, dude. I would not like.
But you would love what she does to you afterwards.
No, because then I have to shower and do this whole thing. And by that,
let's say this though, she's totally into it. Like you put some tarps down.
See, that's too much already. Like that's too much, bro. What am I, fucking Dexter?
There's a lot of work.
Right, Dexter. Like what the fuck is this?
I feel like I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, like nah, dude, that's just too much.
Once you're setting up to hide a body, you've gone too far with your fetish.
And trust me,
that's what I'm understanding about you now.
And then I have my sprays are crazy, dude.
Like from your dick or your ass?
From my ass. So I know there's not enough. I would have to tarp the whole
Julian's
fucking
mom.
room, and it would just have to be its own room, and we would no carpet, obviously.
Just got a room for it. It's called the bathroom. Yeah. You're like, we're gonna need a room. Like you go to your realtor. Do you think there's like maybe a room we could have where it's like maybe got Velcro on the walls that we can just put some like? And she's like, yeah, like for painting of a sort. Like body painting. So this is your limit then.
Yeah, no, that's definitely one.
Yeah, that's one.
That's one of them. That's gonna be a no for me, dog.
But what I was saying is, what if she is like that gets her super turned on? Mm-hmm. All you got to do is just clean up yourself. She goes and showers up. You're both clean, and then when she comes back, she gives you the greatest sex of your life. I'm talking
bro.
Like she's just like fuck me in my ears. Like she's giving you the crazy
ear fuck.
Shit.
I mean, now we're kind of.
Tells you about the secret
holes. my decision if we're going ear holes. I mean,
we're going secret holes, man. We're going about the ones they don't tell us about.
The pooket that's between the gooch and the pussy. It's where people hide their stuff in prison.
It's that little slit that you make with a knife.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't got one?
Mm-hmm. I made
Mine's
one.
got a zipper. Yeah. Handmade. It's a pain in the ass. It gets caught a lot.
So still no.
Still no, dog. I couldn't do that.
Oh my god,
nah.
I totally could.
Dude, some of them would end up in her mouth, and every time I kiss her, I would be like kissing shit,
and she just goes.
Brush
my teeth.
Brush my teeth.
Your dick.
Same motion. She's sucking my dick and brushing her teeth at the same time.
Yeah, that's a part of it.
Multi-talented.
That's a part of the fetish.
I mean,
and it all happens in that room. It's the poop room.
The poop room.
Mm-hmm.
No.
And the realtor's like, so you want a toilet? No.
What
are you not listening to me?
You stupid?
Are you fucking deaf?
You deaf or retarded? No, I just couldn't do it, man. That poop is a
There's a room for pooing on people. What do I need a fucking toilet for?
A toilet kitchen.
You fucking idiot. Imbecile.
This is why the last 6 real estate agents just hasn't worked out for me. No one gets it.
That's why it took you so long to find this place. Mm-hmm. I'm surprised that you set your poop room up in your daughter's room. That's a really interesting place for it.
Well, honestly, it was just because...
Is that because she's so often pooping on herself and you just thought, this is the place for this?
She's actually the only one that's potty trained in the house. Yeah, so she
you guys
really
are using
hates
pots and pans, the same ones you cook our dinners in when I'm here.
That's that extra flavor. You're always like, what is that umami? What is that grittiness? I'm like...
All right. Guy's grocery over here hitting me with the umami.
Hey, I always wanted to use it like in a sentence, and I feel like
you found a way.
I fucking did it.
It's talking about you taking a shit in the food you eat. I can't wait till this comes back on you 10 years from now.
We're not gonna make it that long, though. Let's be honest.
I really wanted to sound like a food intellectual.
Mm-hmm. I'm a foodie now, dude. So
if you write a cookbook, this better be in the dedication.
It will. Oh, it definitely will.
Yeah.
So, what I wanted to tell you is, with Holly being pregnant, she's been getting like cravings for like Taco Bell, Culver's, and all this fucking fast food shit.
Your poo food.
My poo food. It ends in like Taco Bell ends.
She eats in the poo room. You only allow her to eat in there.
There's a trough.
You chain her. It's like the Saw. It's like Saw. You've got her chained by her leg to a radiator.
I was thinking more like the Jabba the Hutt thing.
It's like her and some other fucking guy.
He's like, I don't even know how I got here. Shut up and eat your fucking food.
It smells like boo in here.
Yeah, get used to it, dickhead.
She must have had a really great realtor.
Oh, no, but she's been on a Taco Bell kick lately. So the other day she was coming home from work and calls me. She's like, hey, get in Taco Bell. What do you want? Okay. So I go on the online menu because I knew they changed it recently and got rid of a bunch of shit. So I just wanted to make sure the shit that I get was still on there.
Should have said a quesarito and a side of an abortion.
Yeah. Actually,
I'm pause.
Just actually, you can hold the quesarito.
Yeah.
No, that's what
cheese.
That's what I wanted was the quesarito burrito thing. And so she gets there and calls me and she's like, "Hey, I can't order that. It's online only."
Yeah, I'm like, they did that to me.
I know you. Yeah, you told me, and it didn't affect me personally, so I didn't give a fuck. But now it is affecting me.
Oh, so it's like slavery.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get it. Well, I mean, I don't get it. That's what I'm saying.
What I'm saying is, when they go back and listen to this, this is what gets you canceled. When they dig up your history and your search history.
I'm not sure if that was appropriate. Well, I'm not sure if I care yet. It still doesn't affect me.
Not quite yet.
Like, imagine.
What's your stance on this? Does it affect me personally right now? I don't know.
I'm not there yet.
Okay. We'll get there in a couple years.
So what'd you do?
I got pissed. I'm like, tell them to fucking make it. She's like, well, it's online order. What do you mean? I'm like, they can't just fucking make it there? I'm like, what's the point of being... I'm like, you're there.
I don't get
Tell them to make it. I'm like, is there like a special fucking ingredient that comes through the goddamn phone? Like, you have to order it online because of that special ingredient just pops out of your iPhone?
Sir, we need your cum.
Yeah.
We make it
I got a poop
for
room.
Yeah.
How's
I
that
can send
work?
you some pots and pans.
Just fucking...
Make it in this, guys.
So yeah, I was really pissed off, and I still have not tried it. And now,
see, this is exactly the same thing that happened to me. I don't fucking understand the concept.
It makes no sense logically. Like,
where like you can order the food here, you can get it here, and like you ask them, you're just like, so you guys make the food?
Yeah, we make it here.
Okay, and you make this specific thing.
Which one are you talking about? The quesarito?
Yes.
Yeah, we make that here.
Okay, and you will give me that thing if I pay you money for it.
Did you order it online?
I'm sorry, what?
Online. Did you place your order
this
online?
This is a restaurant.
Yeah, I know, but that particular item's only online.
In the real world restaurant.
Yeah.
I can only order
it. Welcome to Taco Bell.
This is the fake world. I can only get in the...
What else? Can I take your order?
Can I get French fries? Do you guys have fries?
No, we have.
Did you ever see that video?
No.
That Taco Bell video of the fucking lady that goes in there asking for French fries?
No, I've never seen that.
And then the lady's just like, we don't have French fries. This is Taco Bell. What are you doing? And like,
what are you doing?
And then she goes, can you try and help me? Like, why are you? And she starts like a whole thing. She starts crying, and then
oh my God.
Everyone is just like, "Bitch, there's no French fries. It's Taco Bell.
You
like,
go literally across
else.
the street, McDonald's. Do you have tacos here?
No, this is the most ridiculous thing. I honestly I didn't understand it at all when they said it to me, and I was pissed the fuck off. They were like, "You got to order it on the app," and then what happens? Does it show up through my fucking phone? Because why did I have to go through the hassle of ordering it like that? I'm so confused with what's going on with Taco Bell right now.
I think what happened is all the fucking main CEOs just got super fucking stoned and they're just started making these really crazy executive decisions. It's like cut off half the fucking menu. That's the only
people that would be the CEOs of Taco Bell. Super stoners.
Mike Tyson.
That's the only reason you would do that to your butthole. Why? To prepare for like getting back in the ring?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess just for lung capacity.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You'll just start gassing out too early.
Or you'll have super lungs. Hear me out.
Yeah. He becomes a firefighter.
That's why I smoke 6 packs
Snoop Dogg, Willie Nelson, and Kid Cudi. They all just start. Let's make a show where they're all firefighters.
Okay, I'm digging it. LAPD or LAFD.
And they yeah. Okay, it's good.
It's called Laughed.
South Central
Compton.
FD.
There you go. I'm digging it.
I'm on board for this.
We'll pitch this to NBC. We'll stop. We'll actually stop right now because we don't want anyone to say.
Yeah, we don't want to give you guys too much information on this.
We're throwing that out there right now. That's how it works, right? You can say copyright.
This is a verbal copyright, right?
Mm-hmm.
We'll just run this by our lawyer, which is me.
So you got that? You wrote that down?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a mental note.
Okay. I feel better if you wrote it down, not mentally though.
Got it.
It's locked in.
Yeah. You were like, I got it, my guy.
Got it.
No. Okay.
So yeah, I was not happy about that, and fuck Taco Bell right now, but I still will eat it.
Yeah, I'm conflicted. I'm so over. I've said this before early on in the quarantine when we were doing episodes over like Discord and stuff like that. I was talking about how frustrated I was with ordering food from like Uber Eats and like other shit like that, because I would go to get my food and they would literally not bring me my fucking food. Everybody got lazy, and I understand like everyone was being precautious and stuff like that, but so they had this option when they did like the Uber Eats option, which was
just leave your shit there.
Well, no, not to spit in it. That's a new option now.
Really?
They're introducing a brand new option.
Is there an option for them to spit more, like a lot?
I think that's going to come with version 2.0.
But you can only order online.
It's going to be like one of those Apple things where, what's it called? Where, who was it? Steve Jobs?
Yeah.
Steve Jobs was Apple, right? I don't remember.
Yeah, sure.
It's like him and his fucking turtleneck.
Yeah.
And he's like,
is he the one that died?
Introducing.
Or was that the other one? Yeah, no, because
Bill Gates is Microsoft.
Microsoft, yeah.
Steve
Jobs is dead.
God, we got into this fucking tangent for no reason. I was just making a stupid joke.
Oh, way to fucking fuck it up.
I hated that there was this option where they said like contactless delivery, which is essentially they would leave it on your doorstep, knock, and then they would
it's like ding dong ditch.
Yeah. And I specifically would put no contactless delivery. I would say bring it to my doorstep.
Oh, you want to spit on the Uber drivers?
Verify that I'm the fucking person whose food this is
supposed to go to. Yeah.
And then they would basically, that was what I asked. That's it. I wasn't asking to shake your fucking hand. You didn't even have to stand at the door. You could have knocked, put the food down, and been like, "Hey, are you okay? Cool." And then left.
I would have asked for IDs,
every single one of these fucking people. Yeah, right. Did some real TSA shit.
Yeah. Can you bite down? I need some teeth
I'm gonna
marks.
need a hair follicle sample. You're gonna roll up your sleeves. Go ahead and do that for. Pulls out a razor.
Do pubes still work? Like in that? Like if they had all.
It's hair follicles.
Yeah. I think.
I imagine like.
What about like butthole? Like your culo hair, that works as well.
It might be a little tainted. It's a little spicy.
It's the spice of me, the ball.
It's got a similar edamame kind of feel to it.
Edamame.
Well, that was no umame. That was like,
edamame is a fucking vegetable. That's good. You're not sophisticated enough to use that word yet.
Yeah. I'm not at your level yet. No. I haven't been cooking my shit long enough to be at your level.
No one's on my shit cooking level. That is a fact.
You know, there's a cookbook for like all the ingredients in the cookbook are made with cum.
I wrote that. I'm glad you bought a copy.
So I can see you made good money off of it. You guys are living well off your cum book, huh?
No, this is a crack dancer. But it's the fancy crack. I was going to
say, all of the food that I've had over here, it's had a real specific taste.
So that tangy saltiness.
Tangy.
I drink a lot of Tang and Sunny D. So my piss is kind of like...
Tang, is that just the name of the guy whose piss you drink? That's it?
No, ginger.
I drink a lot of Tang. It's just this huge Polynesian fucking guy.
Kind of looks like The Rock. Or Maui from Moana. What's the Rock?
Hey, I'm Tang.
I'm Tang. Oh, God, yeah, you are. Speaking of Tang, I got to take a quick piss.
Are you serious?
Already, dude. I chugged my water.
Okay, I'll vamp. I'll just entertain, I guess.
Entertain. Tell us a fun story.
Oh, okay. I'll tell you guys a story about what happened
when you were playing b-ball
over the past week.
Relaxing, all cool.
So basically, I was surprised because I thought I was supposed to be taking my fiancé to a surprise party for her birthday. What I found out when we got to this fucking house, this like Airbnb, this vacation house, was that my family, at least some of my family, had come down here to surprise me for my mom's birthday. And my mom came down. Everybody came down from New York to surprise me. And it was fucking ridiculous. Got to hang out with my family for a little while, a couple of days, just like chilling with them, joking around and stuff like that. The best part of it was Benexi, my fiance, often doesn't realize the difference between the way that we grew up. So she'll be like, "Oh yeah, I mean I remember my life was rough." That she'll be like, "Oh yeah, I remember I was poor or something like that. And then when we got to talking about our situation, we're like, no, we were poor. You were like, oh, not doing great. Like, we were fucking in the trenches, wild children dealing with a horrible set of circumstances constantly. And it was so fucking funny when shit would pop off with my family. At one point, my mom and one of my sisters got into it.
Which is actually his mom.
Yeah,
his
right.
Sister.
And literally, I was just sitting on the couch, fucking cracking up so hard, and they were going at each other, not fighting, but just like verbally. And like my mom started crying, my sister started crying, and I'm just there on my phone cracking up. And Benexi's like,
getting all anxious.
Like,
so before I let you
do?
continue your story, I just need to know: did you eat a bowl of shit for breakfast, lunch, and dinner today? Good God, kid! And did you not even courtesy flush that bitch?
I fucking flushed it. What do you mean?
Once?
Yeah.
Or twice? You gotta go for the two.
Oh, I didn't.
There was remnants.
Oh man!
It looked like you shit out a squid. Or
yeah,
a jellyfish.
I was gonna tell you, I was really proud of myself because it came out all solid, looking good. Aside from like all the wiggly white parts that were just hanging in there.
That's just collective semen.
Yeah, they're starting to form.
Make a shit baby.
I've got some eggs in my fucking stomach, I guess.
That's not the only thing.
Basically, I was just telling how my family surprised me and stuff like that the past week, which was cool. It was cool having them down here. It was really fucking fun. One of my family members got super fucking crazy ridiculous high.
You were briefly telling me.
I cannot even tell you who it is. I can't tell you their name or anything like that because
can you give me their address, social,
anything? Will tell you right now, live on the air.
Thank you. Let me write this down because I, unlike you, don't just fucking lock it down here. I'm gonna put the link to the
Google Maps in the description.
Or Google Earth.
Yeah.
You can see him waving.
That if you type my dad's address into Google and you go all the way to Street View and you look at the house, you see him bending over, like in the driveway.
Really?
Yeah, it's so funny. But anyways, this person got so fucked, so ridiculously fucked. They do not smoke. Why they decided to smoke, I have no idea.
Peer pressure.
It was a little bit of that because me and someone else were smoking and drinking. And this person was like,
was it that 12-year-old kid you've been hanging out with again? I told you to stop doing that.
Younger brother.
Okay.
Younger brother, 5.
Oh.
Yeah.
They got to learn it sometime.
I was like, he's ready. Put some hair on his chest.
Bring him in, pussy.
Slapped him on the back. I was like,
yo,
time to be a man.
Callie bitch slapped the hell out of Holly the other day. Holly scared her.
She's finally putting in her place. That's good. Let her know.
Got her good. The clap. Like, and she was just like,
I'm sure she deserved it though, right?
I mean, if she didn't do it, I was going to. So, I mean, she learned from the best.
I thought I told you these were my Cheerios.
Chips Ahoy, but yes.
Yeah.
I don't like the Cheerios.
So
actually, I do like Cheerios.
They got so fucked. And then the other thing was they also decided to drink too while they're smoking.
While they were smoking, yeah.
And
they
weren't just doing like the. Not a smoker. They weren't just going like, all right, I'm good. Like they were doing like the. And then in between puffs, she'd be like, I already said she. Oops. I'm not gonna say who it was, but
maybe it's a he, but he identifies as a she. Like, chill. That's the fucking.
I'm like,
best.
Oh, it's pretty good, yeah. And then we're just standing there like, oh, you're gonna get fucked up. We go upstairs. We're watching this really shitty movie because I said, hey, do you guys want to watch this really shitty movie? It's really funny how terrible it is. Put it on.
Of course.
Out of nowhere, we start noticing. We're like all kind of trying to keep an eye on. And she's just like kind of looking around like.
Pretty fucked.
What the fuck? And we're just like, hey, are you okay? And then
dude, that response is always the best.
Immediately, she went and just started fucking sobbing so uncontrollably. It was insane. And like literally, we would go, oh fuck, we're laughing so fucking hard, and this person's trying their hardest to pull themselves together and really. So then they start talking to themselves, saying their name, like, come on, we can do this. We don't have to
They
cry.
probably don't even know that they're talking out loud.
so we're cracking up so fucking hard. It's hilarious. And it's literally like, this went on all the way till 5 a.m.
Oh my god.
Because we couldn't leave them like this, because who knows what the fuck would happen.
But at least with like, you know, with if you're smoking, you know, just weed, it's not gonna like.
Well, that was fine until we introduced the meth.
Oh, yeah.
That's when things went crazy.
That's when they got better, in my opinion, honestly.
We were like, you're funny right now, but we want to get you
But imagine
sad.
if you were methed out.
Imagine if you were super strong.
So hear me out. I can make you a superhero. All you got to do is just eat
lose
this glass.
a couple of teeth.
It comes with the job.
So basically, at one point, they go running downstairs because they hear that people are twerking down there, and they're just like, I'm gonna twerk.
Oh god.
And we're like, no,
Grandma, stop.
So we're like, stop.
You got a bad head.
But we kind of did that thing where it's like, stop.
No, don't go.
Because we're like, what might happen?
What can happen?
So we do go chasing, and then we're like, oh fuck, where'd they go? Can't find them.
Oh god.
Go outside to the back where the pool is. Can't find them where the people are. Cannot fucking find them. We go, oh no. Everyone looks at the front door. Shit. They fucking left the house. It's like 3 a.m. at this point. 2 a.m. We're like, it's in the neighborhood is all just vacation homes and Airbnbs and stuff that they rented one.
Right.
So we're like, fuck. What the fuck? We don't even know this fucking area.
And you're already kind of like fucked up too.
And
So it's like
we've all been doing shit and everything.
That's the fucking worst when you have to
so
babysit.
like literally we're like, fuck. So we go to my other sister and we're like, what do we do?
Try some meth.
And she's like, did you guys check the pantry? And we're like, why the fuck would they be in the pantry?
Oh, they fucked with you.
Open the door.
They're giggling.
Sitting on the floor with a box of Oreos, looks up at us like, and we're like, we fucking crack up so fucking hard. We're laughing so goddamn hard. And then they go, stop laughing. She's crying and shit like this. Stop laughing.
Oh
and then
God.
laughing. We're laughing so hard. She's like, I'm gonna pee. And we're like, no, don't piss in the pantry.
Anywhere but there.
Please.
We got a pool room.
So like literally I hit the fucking floor. I couldn't stand up. I was laughing so fucking hard. And I'm a little fried. Like I'm just like right there at that line.
You had a good spot.
Yeah. I was like at a perfect balance, you know?
Weren't crying in the fucking pantry.
No, I was next.
Oh. And that's when things
we
took a
start
turn.
switching off in the pantry. All right, my turn.
My turn, bitch.
It's like 7 minutes in heaven in the pantry, but it's just you and the Oreos. It's not you and another person.
Those were not double stuffed before I got in here. You're welcome.
So basically, we finally got everything kind of semi-cooled down. The crying continued off and on throughout the whole night, all the way till like 5 a.m. It was honestly fucking hilarious. It's so funny. I love when people who don't smoke get way too high for themselves. And they lose it. They can't handle it.
I've definitely gotten to the point where I smoked too much, and I was like, but I never cried. I just like, I either ate myself in a coma, or I'm just sat there for a while and just like told myself, okay, you're just really high.
You're an idiot. You're just like,
you're gonna be good in like
moron.
20, 30 minutes. Get some water in you. You're fine. Stop being a bitch. Because I know it's weed. You're not gonna fucking OD on weed.
They convince themselves that they will, though.
Oh my god, what was the meth, dude?
Yeah. That was definitely the meth.
The pills didn't help either.
Honestly, it was a hilarious fucking night. It was so much fucking fun.
Dude, that makes me. I'm a little jelly. I'm not gonna lie.
I made some memes out of it. Sent them their way. There's 1,000 videos and pictures of that night that are so fucking funny. I wish I could share, but I cannot do that.
I'll wait till you pass out, and I'll unlock it.
Yeah,
and send it to everyone.
It's fantastic.
It'll be
I
like
can
a
show
Christmas
you a
card.
meme that I made, and that'll better describe to you what
that happened.
What everything was that went down. I'll show you the meme, and then that way you can get a better description of everything.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little jelly. I want to do I haven't seen my brothers in a minute, and just do some crazy shit like that. Get
Dude,
buck wild.
I do miss those kind of things back in the day. You know?
Oh no, for sure. Before I moved here to Florida, and I was living in Kansas, me and my two brothers, we would party pretty good and go to fucking strip clubs and all sorts of fun shit.
Pull on the strippers.
Oh yeah.
This is essentially. This is what it looked like when we opened the pantry door, but sitting there, looks up at us, and I even photoshopped. I put the little Oreos right in there.
That's fucking perfect. Oh, that guy's so creepy.
Know, it was fucking amazing. It was such a good night. Yeah. Honestly, like I had so much fun hanging out with my family. To be honest, it's always a blast hanging out with them. And it's great to have Benexi around too, just to illustrate that she has absolutely no idea what my life was like.
That's always the best.
She has no meter to like determine or in any way like what's close to like what the difference between our lives.
Well, that's and also what I was telling you earlier when you were kind of briefly telling me about this is it's one thing to hear it from you, you know what I mean, or you know just the stories because. And everyone's like, oh, yeah, that's fucked up. I'm sure you're exaggerating it a little bit. But then you hear it from everyone else like, oh, shit, he was telling the truth.
Yeah, she wasn't. When we went to bed one of the nights after a really long,
so sorry, honey.
very deep conversation where we got into a lot of stuff. She was just like.
You were trying to convert the bathroom into a poop room full on. Remove the toilet.
That's what I was trying to convince her the whole time. That's what the whole conversation was about. I was like.
She's wrong if she doesn't want to do it. That's all I'm saying.
She's the one trying to convince me at this point.
Oh, well, then you're wrong. Yeah. You need to sack up,
like,
bitch.
Have you seen Callie's room over
It's
Julian?
Beautiful. I got the green, like one wall's like shades of green.
It looks like the what's the fucking thing from the what is it?
Mark Wahlberg.
Quest.
Oh.
You know their little logo thing, the little guy. That's what the walls look like. There's like.
What's the logo for ICP? The little hatchet. That's what it looks like.
Oh, I thought it was like a guy with a clown face, like molesting an underage girl. No, is that not it?
That was their old logo.
Oh, they changed it.
Yeah, it wasn't as appealing.
Now he's molesting a little boy.
Yep. And a turtle.
And gender fluid, you know.
Yeah.
Thing.
Don't do gender reveals, people.
Person. I don't know. They.
Pencil shavings. That's what I prefer, but right, I mean, I won't correct you.
Let's get into some topics, my guy.
Alrighty, so did you see today that they found potential signs of life on Venus? Like, it's not even a joke. Like,
you were gonna say potential signs of life on my penis.
Well, there's definitely
there's a lot of stuff going on there.
I don't shower, so anything that comes out is just sitting there.
It's not the only mushroom top going on around there.
Yeah, my pubes look like a fucking forest.
Dude, oh my god!
And
imagine
just
if you just
Alice in Wonderland.
Fucking mushrooms like right there.
Oh, dude. What if you died back in the day, right? Like you didn't get buried or nothing. You got shot in the stomach by a cowboy guy, and they just let
cowboy
guy named Chip, and Chip just let your body rot, and all of a sudden mushrooms just start growing out of you. That'd be fucking terrible. Or if you weren't dead, you were like just really wounded and couldn't move. Your fucking legs were broken because Chip stomped on them with his cowboy boots.
Well, you'd grow the mushrooms out of the sides of your like right here of your
that'll
waist.
Be your new legs.
And no, I was gonna say you use them like wheels on like a wheelchair, like you spin the mushroom tops, and you just go. Yeah. See?
Would you eat the mushrooms?
Well, not if it's my only mode of transportation.
You
get your dick chopped off and you replace it with a mushroom.
I feel like that's short-term solution. Can't see that going.
Well, let's ask somebody who did it. Let's call Ginger Sean.
Ginger Sean, can you tell me why your dick looks like a red hot tamale that has fungus growing?
As long as nothing we say about him is at the beginning of the episode,
he's never gonna fucking know. I know. It's fucking beautiful. Star Wars sucks.
His whole concept is just like, I listen to the beginning and I listen to the end. I don't
Everything
know
in the middle,
what you guys talking about.
No idea. No fucking idea.
Doesn't pay attention to the entire episode at all. It's
we should test
really
that
great
theory.
Producing.
Yes, I'm the best. And just like next time we have a conference call, which will be like a month from now, but next time we have a conference call, just be like bring up some shit like that we didn't talk about, and be like, yo, what do you think about what we said on the podcast about Bin Laden actually being alive, and he's playing for the fucking Iranian NBA team. And he's like, what?
Wait, I don't know why this came to my mind, but did you hear that, who was it, Trump wants there to be a debate hosted by Joe Rogan?
Yes, I did. I saw that today.
I thought that was the funniest fucking thing.
Well, because apparently I didn't look too much into it, but I guess on his last episode on the Rogan podcast, he had said something like that. Mm-hmm. And so, of course, Trump's like, yeah, fuck, I'll do it.
I don't understand because of how much that Joe Rogan has made fun of Trump. Well, and he's made fun of Joe Biden too.
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
he talks shit
sure.
on like everyone pretty equally. You know what I mean?
For
pretty
the most
universally.
part, yeah.
If he thinks you're shitty, you're just shitty. You know what I mean? But like, it's so weird to me when someone's just like, this guy who clearly thinks I'm a joke. I want him to
my theory on
super serious
he
situation.
probably doesn't even know like
what a debate is.
I mean, that's not up for debate. No, he probably doesn't know. He just probably doesn't listen to Rogan podcast.
No,
you know what I mean?
You think he has the attention span for that fucking thing? No, man? Each episode's like 4 hours long.
Mr. President, what should we do? Do we need to bomb him now? Hold on, I'm halfway through the episode. Rogan's talking about aliens.
He's like, wait. Jamie, Google it. And they're like, sir, that doesn't, like, just because you call him that, like, doesn't. They just have to explain everything to him. Should I shave it off? I want to be just like him.
His baby.
I would love it if he literally tried to impersonate Joe. That's his Halloween costume. What if for Halloween Trump goes as Obama?
That would make fucking sense.
That'd be really.
What if he comes out after his presidency? He's like, I just want to say, I was a complete asshole. I really actually love Obama. It's like I did it all for.
Like you know when they get those non-copywritten Halloween costumes in Halloween stores.
Yeah.
Where it's just like it can't say like clown from It. It'll be like scary clown who eats kids.
Yeah, it's like some generic.
And it just looks
name.
looks like Pennywise.
Exactly. It looks like Ginger Sean.
So what if he's like, what are you going as for Halloween, Mr. President?
Not Obama.
I'm going as a cool president. and the only costume they have for cool president is Obama, and the other one is like lame ass piece of shit. And it's just a turd. Him.
It's just that turd emoji.
I don't know how we got off.
I have
on this
no
tangent,
idea.
But
I did see something very exciting, and it kind of tied in with a previous episode. Borat 2. Did you see that information? It's coming out. It's already been filmed, and he's already.
Whoa! It's already been
filmed.
First of all, I don't even see that. I'm skeptical about that because how the fuck could they even do that without people going, "Hey, it's Borat, Sacha Baron Cohen."
I mean, yeah, that is a hard one. I mean, the only thing I could think of really.
I think they just shot the camera 24/7 until one person eventually didn't know who the fuck he was.
Maybe because I don't know how long this has been in like production.
It would be easier, I think, maybe if he waited another 10 to 20 years.
He got really old.
Because like all of the people who are kids right now would then be adults, and most of them would have no fucking clue who Borat is. Yeah,
I feel like, well, especially if he didn't do anything for like 10 years at all. Like our generation would be like in their fucking 50s.
Really have to like fucking limit his screen time on anything. But Jesus Christ, Borat
2. Yeah, it's already been filmed apparently, and he's already shown it to
So they started it
people.
then before quarantine.
I'm assuming.
It must have been in the works for a while. Damn, did they even announce this? Like,
nope, there was like I had not seen any other. How many years
has this been going on? Like they've been working on it.
I know. They didn't say anything about it. There's very little information other than it's filmed.
I'm like floored by it. I gotta go to the poop room. I gotta lay
Can
one
I watch
down.
You?
I lay a hot track down. It was like when you gotta go into the booth, you're like. It's in me. It's in me right now.
It's really in me.
Let it out. The demons. This is my release.
I'm like DMX barking.
This is my art. This is how I get shit off my chest. I put shit on your chest.
Come here, baby. Give me a kiss.
Give me the tagline for this episode. This is how I get shit off my chest. I put shit on your chest.
I'm sure YouTube will have no problem with that at all. At all.
Perfect. I love it.
Mm-hmm. So I was excited about that.
Borat
we'll see.
Too.
See how that goes. I also saw I don't know. Did you? I think we talked about it. You watched X-Files when you were younger, right? The TV show.
Loved it.
So they're doing a Netflix series now, but it's going to be animated. So I'm like, they could get away with a lot more crazy shit.
Are the characters the same characters?
I don't know. That'd be cool if they had the same actors and actress like voicing them and stuff. Because that'd be really dope. I love David
Duchovny. That
Dude,
guy's
in Californication.
Awesome. Oh, that guy's so fucking cool.
Did you ever see that movie Evolution? I think is what it's called. Had Stifler in it. He was in it. It was like an alien movie. It was like a comedy. It was really fucking funny though.
I've never heard of this. No,
dude, it was. You gotta check that one out. It's so stupid, but it's so fucking funny. I gotta
check it out. All right, cool.
Yeah. So put that in mental note.
Yeah, I've got something to go back on. Did you see this? Did you see this video? I think it was on TikTok, but I could be wrong. Mm-hmm. It was something along the lines of a boba tea cultural appropriation situation. Anything like that?
Nothing.
Let me describe it to you then.
Please, because that's a mouthful. That
TikTok is
amazing.
It's really
all praise TikTok.
Got its finger on the pulse of the current generation. It really knows what's going on.
Yeah, if that pulse is almost fucking gone, dead. I hope.
Yeah,
just
Trump's just gonna get rid of it.
Did you see the whole thing with Microsoft not?
They don't want it?
No, they...
Well, apparently TikTok is suing the U.S. government.
Oh, really?
Well, because technically, I guess what they said was that they've already provided all the evidence that they're not distributing any legitimate things to China or anything like that. So they're saying since they've provided all the evidence, they shouldn't have to... They shouldn't have to sell their company, for blah, 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 no reason if they've got no reason. I really don't give a shit.
Just give me my fucking talks.
One or the other. Just like, I don't think that they're going to really go far with any of this stupid shit. But anyways, this cultural appropriation thing, I feel like it happened like maybe 2-3 weeks ago. So we're a little late on this.
It happens.
We're more on top of things when they happen, but hey, whatever.
Fuck them.
So essentially it was like a restaurant called Boba Tea the Trap something, like it was like Trap Boba Tea, some shit like that. And I guess Boba Tea is, I don't know, I think it's Korean or Japanese.
I think
it might be Japanese, Korean, Taiwanese. I have no idea. It's definitely from
Ping Pong, wherever he's from. That's where that's from.
it's Asian, right? It's Asian.
So I've never had the boba tea.
I think it's the most disgusting shit.
From what I heard, it's basically like got the
I'm not a tea drinker.
Tapioca in it, isn't it, or some shit like that?
I'm not a tea drinker.
Me neither.
So that's the thing. Is like for one thing, you have to like tea, and I think it tastes like an old Chinese man spit into a cup.
And then he wrung his fucking socks out and threw mothballs in there.
And then you heated it up with his farts.
Oh.
So I fucking hate tea. I think the one tea that I'm kind of okay with is like chamomile. If you fucking drown honey into it.
Yeah, even then, not
and
for
then
me.
I'm just, it's like, it does nothing for me. I get nothing out of the experience of drinking tea. It's not like if you give me a cold beverage and I'm like, wow, that was refreshing.
Yeah.
I'm just like, wow, I feel like I drank soup. Thanks. Like, and hot cocoa is delicious to me, but that's delicious to me. It's just chocolate that's melted.
Yeah,
this is literally just fucking sweaty water.
Yeah, I was turned off by tea really fucking early.
Some fucking leaves and some twigs into my fucking drink. Thanks.
Yeah,
and then you put it to a boiling temperature. Awesome.
Basically, I think how tea got started was, you remember when you were a kid, like 2-3 years old, playing out in the backyard, and
you guys are gonna want to listen to this.
This is very important.
All right.
And you know, fucking just pretend like you're cooking. You get sticks, throw grass in there, mud, water. You mix it up. Like, oh, it's a drink. That's fucking tea. That's how tea got started.
That's how tea got started.
And you know, the British people just stuck to the British people just stuck with it.
Was there a Brit in here for a second? That sounded so authentic.
No, it was. I queefed. It was the same noise.
That was incredible. So essentially, I think it was a black woman. She goes in there recording, I think, and she's like, "You guys realize that this is cultural appropriation, what you're doing here?" And they're like, "What?" And she's starting like a whole thing in this like boba restaurant, and they're all so fucking confused.
So what else do they sell there? Just boba?
Like crack. So she might not have been completely off it. No. So basically, she started her argument being that I guess boba tea. She wasn't familiar that boba tea was like Asian.
I guess.
And then what wound up happening is I guess her argument started to turn because I suppose she found out because she looked like such an idiot on social media that, oh, wait a minute, it's from this place. So then she was like, I wasn't talking about the tea. She's like,
not.
I was talking about the use of the word trap in the name of the establishment. And then that right there just made the whole situation so much worse. So then you're just like saying, so the phrase trap, which is commonly referred to like a street hustle. You know, your trap. What's your trap? How are you making money?
Well, I mean, I guess it just depends
like drug trade. That's your trap. Okay, what else? You could have a trap doing this. This is your trap. That's your trap. You know what I mean? It usually refers to doing illegal activities, usually drug related, right? On the street.
We don't do that.
Well, the poop room begs to differ. We've got guys coming in and out of there all day long, man.
Hey, you got to make your fucking nut somehow.
Mm-hmm. So
and
basically,
that's in another room, actually.
And then that basically just you're making the implication that black culture is inherently tied to selling drugs, essentially.
So she just looked like a jackass.
Bringing us back a couple of steps, if you think about it. So this
very
stupid
counterproductive
fuck is coming in here, guns blazing. Fucking, I gotta defend my culture. Hold up, like up. Records get
remix.
That's not your culture. And she's like, well, I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about this. Well, now you're making it worse.
Stop it.
You're a fucking idiot.
Just drink your boba and shut the fuck up.
Imagine she was just like, I don't even like this shit, man. Fucking disgusting. She's just drinking it because she thinks black people made it. Imagine she fucking forces herself to do it just because she thinks black people made it.
That'd be so fucking funny.
Oh my God, that's the best thing ever.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no, I just thought that was like the epitome of the kind of stupid shit that we have to talk about on this podcast is like, yeah, ignorant, someone who's that ignorant.
At their finest.
Yeah.
That would be a good definition of our podcast.
Fantastic.
Dude, this fucking Jim Beam is going through me. I gotta piss again.
Oh my God.
I know, I got a little baby bladder. But when we come back, I actually do got something to tell you. I got AIDS of the asshole.
Well, I'll try and think of another way to entertain you guys. Let's see. Oh, do you guys want to hear about my... All right, now he's gone. Cool. Oh, my God. Oh, I know exactly what to talk about with you guys. This is fucking great. Oh, God, I'm going to bring it down so hard. All right, well, don't get mad at me. We'll discuss a little bit, and even though Julian's not here, I think I've talked to him a little bit about this. Let's discuss the movie Cuties. There's probably like a couple of people who are going, fuck. For those of you who don't know, there's a Netflix. I think technically Netflix owns the streaming rights to it, so it is classified as a Netflix film, and it's on Netflix. There's a movie called Cuties. It's a French film written and directed by the same woman, a French writer and director, about like an 11-year-old girl from a Senegalese family who had just moved to France, I believe. And she winds up joining like a dance troupe, and the whole film is sort of like about young girls navigating a hypersexualized world by emulating actions that they think they understand adults doing, and how that affects them through social media and through life and just essentially whatever it is they do, right? I'm bringing the podcast way down. I'm talking about that movie Cuties right now.
I was gonna say, tell me.
I had nothing to talk about, so I was like, let me talk about this fucking movie because this shit sucks. So,
yeah, that fucking Jim just been going through me, but I'm getting more.
It essentially, I just basically laid out the plot, right? Mm-hmm. And essentially...
so this one's winning an Oscar is what you're telling me, right?
Yeah. So basically, the whole idea being that the film uses the girls to express the fact that these scenarios are ways that women in real life get... sexualized in ways that they shouldn't, right? So like girls
I
dancing.
still haven't watched it. I don't think I'm going to.
I don't think you're gonna like it.
I don't think I'm going
I've seen it twice. I watched it myself because I heard about like, oh, there's this movie with controversy, and I was like, let me check it out. Maybe it's good.
Well, you are a fan of shitty movies anyway, so.
I'm a fan of shitty movies that are good for being shitty, though. If it's just a bad movie, I'm not a fan of it. Like, if I can get some enjoyment out of it being bad, then it's good.
Yeah. I got you on that.
But like, I can't watch any of those new Star Wars movies because they're not bad in a good way. They're just bad.
Let's not talk about Star Wars.
He'll somehow read our lips, and he'll know that this is the moment. He cuts it
at the hour mark. Did you realize that you were talking shit about Star Wars? We talked about this.
Yeah, guys. He's gonna cut it. So basically, and it's an admirable idea. You know what I mean? I watched the interview with the director / writer. Mm-hmm. She seems like a really intelligent, passionate woman.
So it was a woman that
that wrote and directed it, which was shocking to me because I watched it and was almost certain that a guy directed it because it was so gross.
Yeah.
But I understand the point that she was trying to get across to the audience. You know what I mean? The whole thing is she's using this whole thing as a metaphor for just the way that women are sexualized in our society, or like how women have their voices taken away from them. You know, there's a couple different stories and things going on. Like her mother, the main character's mother, finds out that her husband is now taking another wife. No, like I guess a part Mormon. Of their religion is like it's just like they can do that, you know what I mean? Nice. And it's just kind of like
is that?
I don't know the name. They're from Senegal.
That's my new religion.
Yeah, right. I'm converting.
True religion.
Yeah, I'm converting. So I guess a lot of the movie just has to do with how women have a lot of freedoms taken for them, or rather that like. What's the word I'm looking for? I'm retarded? No.
That would be it.
Honestly, I couldn't think of it. No, but basically, I think so many people are focusing on the message of the movie, which is like that it wants to showcase how these situations are real for a lot of women and how they are getting sexualized and becoming hyper aware of sexual nature of the world in an unhealthy way. Because they're just trying to emulate things that they see, and if they see a successful woman doing things provocative with her body, then they want to emulate it, and that like creates a cycle.
And
right?
that's the idea. Funny too, because what was it like 2-3 weeks ago? Everyone, was supporting that, and you wonder why that these situations happens with these young girls.
I'm all for like empowerment of the female body and like.
He's pro-abortion.
What you want to do with your body is your right, and you're a woman or whatever, anything like that. But the reason why people rail back against stuff like WAP or anything like that is because then you have young girls doing exactly that. They start emulating it, and in the movie they do the WAP like dance.
Oh,
like I'm sure it wasn't like planned. Well, yeah, if you're on TikTok, you'll know about that. There's a move. It's not specifically from. Like WAP, it's not like they invented it, but it's a move that's pretty popular from that, and it's also a move that's pretty.
Is that the one where they just drop down and shake their ass?
And they hump the ground?
Dude.
Yeah.
Dude, that's so fucking.
And it's all the actors are children. They don't get like adults to play.
Right.
Yeah, and they're not teenagers playing children. No. It's children playing children.
I feel like if it was teenagers, it wouldn't have got as bad of backlash that it had. But
so I've heard one argument in this regard in terms of that, and I still don't agree with it because I think that's the nature of acting. Is that if they would have gotten like adults or teenagers, that it wouldn't have been as impactful. Well, that's on the back of the director and the writer.
Right.
How impactful your film is based on the performances given and how believable it is as an audience member, because I can see someone on the screen and I know for a fact, hey, that's James Franco. I know he's just an actor. He's from California.
Well, that's the problem with those Disney Channel things.
I have to believe him as a fucking rapist. Yeah. But if it's believable, I can do it. I can suspend my belief just enough to where I go, I don't see the actor. I see the character in this moment. You know what I mean? And I think that's on the fucking director. That's on the writer. That's their fucking problem to deal with. If you don't think you can do that as an audience member, that you can't like have like this the situational awareness, I guess, of like where you go, I can suspend my belief enough to believe this. Then like, what are you doing watching a movie? Because what do you believe? Robert Downey Jr. is a fucking billionaire who flies around in robot suits? Is Chris Hemsworth? Yeah. I'm sure. Yeah, but you get what I'm saying though. Like it's ridiculous to make that kind of argument because.
And I mean,
that's
I
the nature
could
of
see.
acting.
Yeah, I'll say that's the whole.
That's
I mean,
the
we
point.
kind of had that point a while back, and
if I can, if the performance is good enough, if the writing is good enough, the directing is good enough, I should be able to see the character and not the actor, regardless of anything. So that argument is so fucking ridiculous to me because you're basically saying to me that you just don't have the ability to watch a movie and disband your belief for a moment, but I can see that that's not true. So anyone making that argument, it makes no fucking sense to me.
Like I said, I haven't seen it yet. I've just seen, what's been written on, social media. Yeah, exactly. Which is fucked up. I'm sure there's a lot of people doing it. Like,
oh man, with the number of scenes that are in that, it is gross.
Like I said, I'm not gonna watch
I'm not
that.
anti-art. I don't give a fuck how provocative your shit is. But here's the thing. Here's my whole point about how I feel about this movie is it a good movie?
Is there gonna be a sequel?
Yeah. Is there a sequel? And can I watch? Like, not in the movie, but can I be there while you're filming it? Like, at the auditions. Oh, my God. This episode's going to get taken down.
It really is.
No, we're all joking. Anyways, so essentially, is it a good movie? Is it a good piece of art? Because at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck about judging the message of anything. It's about how you convey that message. And I'll tell you this, nobody's talking about whether or not it's a good movie. Everyone's talking about, oh, the powerful message. It was such a powerful message. The message reached me so deeply. I had people I know calling me, telling me how they cried and stuff like that. Are you serious? Over this fucking movie? This movie, who had that had the blandest cinematography I've ever fucking seen. Right. It was unimaginative, fucking like stupid, lazy. Just high waist shots of characters talking with bland ass dialogue that was like hit or miss most of the time.
That's what you were. I mean, we had a conversation I think yesterday or the day before, and we didn't go too in depth with what you're saying now, but briefly kind of touched upon all this. And you said, I mean, with any movie, like you're saying, you judge it based on the fact of is it a good movie?
Yeah,
it's
regardless of anything.
Whatever that the point of view in the movie is, whatever the plot is, it doesn't matter. You're just judging it on. Is this entertaining and is this actually a good movie? From what I'm hearing,
it's art.
Yeah, I mean, you
judge the art form, not the intent of the artist.
Well, and that's my problem with this movie is it is such a controversial topic. You know what I mean? So it's automatically it will get that
people
attention,
talking about it,
but not necessarily the good attention. But it's gonna get like you said, people talking about it.
And I can get behind that.
No, for sure. But also, like you're saying, you got to take into account. If it's just a shitty movie, you know what I mean?
People are praising it for being a great movie. It has a trash
I haven't seen anyone.
It has a trash sound. It's a movie about dancing, and the songs are horrible.
Nick Cannon's on every single one.
Literally, I can't fucking think of. I remember 2 characters' names. 2. Like, literally, the soundtrack is bad. Yeah. There's no good cinematography. I can't think of anything interesting about the fucking lighting. There's 2 good performances. They're both done by child actors. Everyone else, fuck off. They're literally, like, you can tell some of the girls, one girl specifically, they only hired her because she's definitely a dancer.
Oh, yeah.
Like, when you're just like, oh, you're not an actress.
So, was this a Netflix original, or did Netflix just put it on Netflix?
So, I'm pretty sure they own the rights to stream it, but I don't know if they put any money into the film itself. Okay. I don't know. They might have.
Because it sounds like one of those, like, Sundance
it's a
festival.
French. Well, it did play at Sundance.
Okay, that's okay. I'm going to say it
sounds won, like an award at Sundance.
Well, yeah, but it was all in subtitles. It was different. The plot, it was actually, the subtitles was the plot of Avengers.
Yeah.
So everyone just reading it didn't even know.
Shit.
Iron Man looks different, but if he wants to twerk, he wants to twerk.
I can't believe they're gonna do this. They stopped Thanos this way. Just humping the fucking ground.
They would go through a whole hour and a half just like, where's Thanos?
Yes,
I can't comment too much on it just for the fact I haven't seen it. I don't care to see it.
I would say I don't think you're gonna get anything out of it because
yeah, I agree with you on
we
that.
could have this discussion about this and understand that hey, this is kind of fucking not a good thing. You know what I mean?
No, for sure.
I do enjoy the fact that there are discussions being had about the subject matter of the movie. I just think everybody's glossing over the fact that it's a bad movie, regardless of how powerful you think the message is, of how deeply it affects you, of how it really gets you to your core. You see something in it that is really deep and moving, right? The movie is not that good. Right. It's not a terrible movie. If I had to rate it 1 to 10, it's like a 5 out of 10. It's average around the board. The soundtrack is fucking like crappy. That's the worst part, probably. It's really, the soundtrack is bad. The dialogue is nothing to write home about. The cinematography is just bland. It's basically just like holding a camera wherever anything happens. Right. And then if they dance, it's just like, oh, what's going on? No, what's going on with your asses? Whenever they're dancing, it's like, what's going on with their asses? What's up? Like, that's the camera. And then, of course, honestly, there was this one scene that I felt was super powerful. And I feel like it really illustrated the point of the director, which was like young girls having to navigate like a hypersexualized reality and how that affects like their lives on social media and real life and what they do, blah blah blah, and how successful they are, all of that shit, right? And there was this scene where they're hanging out, they're all dancing and shit, and one of them finds a condom, she picks it up and she blows it up and puts it in her shirt, and she's like, "I've got tits."
Wait, was it just like a used condom?
Yeah, like it was like on the ground.
Oh my god!
Because they're hanging out like under a bridge or some shit.
That's probably a homeless guy jerked off in that, dude.
Wait, you think homeless guys waste money to buy condoms?
No. I mean, it's been sitting there for a while, but they just take turns. It's like a
they leave it there.
Condom.
It's where they all dump loads into. If anything's gonna grow mushrooms, that fucking thing's gonna grow mushrooms.
Little meth mushrooms.
So anyways, they find it, and then they're like, they all freak out, and they're like, AIDS people use those.
Good God.
And it was, and then she like walks up to them, and every time she takes a step, they step back and they scream. And they're all freaking out because they think that she's going to get them sick and infected.
I mean, she might.
She literally is like, I didn't know. And she sheds a single tear. And in that moment, I was like, this is a powerful scene. This is so strong. It really just illustrates the ignorance of children and how they think that they understand the world. And these kids, they even think that they know what that is, what a condom is. She goes, AIDS people an AIDS use guard. Them. They have no fucking clue, but they think they do. So they take her into a bathroom and they scrub her mouth with soap. They put like soap, a bar of soap or liquid soap, I can't remember. And then they get a sponge and they just start scraping her fucking tongue, and then a toothbrush, and they're like, this whole thing. And I just thought that was powerful. It was funny. It was emotional. It was written well. Like it was very subtle. There wasn't a lot going on. The rest of the movie lacks subtlety all around the board. It just beats you over the head with this message, but it doesn't have any way to convey it to you in any way that's meaningful. It just feels really shallow because the director didn't go
in depth with it and the way that she should have.
Yeah, really not. I honestly feel like the movie was super shallow in the way it conveys its point. I think that also has a lot to do with the fact that they decided to go with child actors because there's a certain boundary you can't cross.
No, for sure. And I think honestly, from like I said, I have not seen it, so I can only give so much of an opinion on it. But I feel like they were kind of writing more on the fact of what the topic itself was.
Yes,
to kind of
for sure
let it, be as big, of a talking point.
I'll tell you, if you watch the movie, you're going to be unimpressed.
I'm not.
Regardless of, you have to look at art for what it is, for the art form that it is. I could sit here and talk to you for hours and really convince you how I'm making this really masterful painting and it has to do with the Holocaust. And you might think to yourself, wow, you've explained this in such a beautiful way. I really want to see this fucking painting.
And you just shit on a canvas.
And then I bring in like a white canvas with a black dot in the middle. And I'm just like, and there it is.
$1.2 million. Do I hear $1.2 million?
Regardless of how beautiful my explanation of everything was, regardless of my intent behind it, you have to judge it based on what it is. And the meaning behind the film is not the film.
Right.
And it's just an average film. At times, it's subpar. It's below average at times. Right. It at no way does it ever cross the boundary of going, oh yeah, this is better than good.
Well, speaking of good movies.
Oh fuck!
No, I say
You got
that
the
very ironically.
Cuties sequel.
Yes, it's in my back pocket right now. No, so I know, like I mentioned earlier, you are a fan of watching those Blumhouse like shitty horror movies. And so I saw the other day there was a trailer for a new movie coming out on Friday the 13th, and it's starring Vince Vaughn. And essentially,
oh my
what
god,
it is,
I know exactly
it's like
what you're talking
Freaky
about.
Friday meets Friday the 13th kind of a thing. It looks so fucking terrible.
It looks horrible.
But I'm like, Sean would love this movie.
I
was like,
saw
he
it
will
and
love
I
this
thought to
movie.
myself, I have to see this fucking terrible movie.
I was like, he's gonna be in theaters.
So for any of you who haven't seen this movie, Vince Vaughn essentially, okay, it has nothing to do with Vince Vaughn. The main character is this teenage girl, and there's a series of murders going on in the town she lives in, I guess. And what winds up happening is she gets like confronted by the serial killer at one point, and they somehow switch bodies.
Now I'm in Chris
and
Pratt's
so now,
body.
and the serial killer is Vince Vaughn. And now, so Vince Vaughn's soul is in her body. It's basically like the movie The Hot Chick, but if there was murdering going on. Remember that Rob Schneider fucking movie, The Hot Chick?
Rob Schneider.
Rob Schneider.
And the animal. Rob Schneider is the hot chick. Rob Schneider is a lamp.
I recently showed that movie to Benexi. She never saw it before.
She's better off.
I got to show her like all of his movies.
Deuce Bigelow, European Gigolo. You remember that fucking catastrophe? The first one was terrible, but I still liked it. But the second one was fucking god.
What's like a lot of those guys' movies from that era, you know?
Yeah,
like,
those Sandberg guys.
Yeah. Basically, like all of those dudes, all of their movies, you know. Even I think a lot of Adam Sandler's classic movies.
Not Sandberg.
I think even a lot of his classic movies are just like they're cult classics, you know.
No, for
they're
sure.
Not like
they're very childish. Like
I wouldn't put them on my list of favorite comedies, but like if they're ever on TV, I'm like, I have to put
Happy
this
Gilmore.
on.
Fucking watching.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, definitely.
Billy
Madison.
You just feel like something about those movies. You're just like, it's a little bit nostalgic
for sure.
And you sort of think to yourself, man, like, when do I ever get the opportunity to watch this fucking movie?
Every time it's on TV, apparently.
Every time TBS is running a marathon.
Yep. Which is once a week.
Yeah. So basically, the Vince Vaughn movie, I can't remember the name of the fucking movie. It escapes me entirely.
I think I wrote it down.
Oh, you wrote it down?
Maybe.
Is it some stupid pun?
Oh, yeah.
I hope so. Please be a pun. Please.
I think it's called Freaky Friday.
No, it's fucking not.
No, I didn't write it down, but it's basically what it, like I watched. I was like, "This is Freaky Friday with every terrible like
it's fantastic.
Horror film."
So then, basically, the idea is like Vince Vaughn is now the teenage girl's in Vince Vaughn's body, and then from this point on, the main character is essentially Vince Vaughn, who has to navigate through the high school trying to find his own body and stop the serial killer who's killing people and students and stuff with her body. To stop them, and he has to convince his friends, like, "Hey, help me stop this fucking serial."
Didn't she do terrible. Like some like the way for Vince Vaughn to convince the other friends? He did like a cheer and started doing like the. I was just like, "Oh my god, this is so stupid!"
Like, why wouldn't this person just fucking figure that out? And then at one point, I saw in the trailer they're all running from the cops because someone yells, "It's the killer!" And they see, and then I'm just like, how do you explain to the police any of what just happened? You know what I mean?
I'm not going to.
I assume they're going to be like, "Well, he kidnapped us. We had to." Like,
yeah, I don't know.
It looks awful. It looks so bad, and my dick got so hard when I saw the trailer. I was so excited. I don't think I've even told Benexi about it. I have to remind myself to do that because we're going to be fucking in there. I don't care if I catch Corona.
Oh yeah,
to go see that fucking movie. I have to see every one of those shitty Blumhouse movies whenever they come out.
So speaking of getting your dick hard, did you see
the Poo Room?
Yeah, exactly, Poo Room.
I did.
Did you see what happened with Chris Evans?
Oh man.
Yeah, I guess he accidentally posted a dick pic.
I didn't see it though.
I didn't see the dick pic.
I'm disappointed. I didn't.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't do like a thorough search on it, but I just like.
Whoa!
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna go through your search.
You really can. You're gonna see some weird shit. Not Chris Evans' dick, but I just went on. I saw those trending on Twitter, so I was like, okay, Twitter's pretty much like the Wild Wild West, so it's probably on there somewhere. So I scrolled down, nothing. I was like, all right, I'm not gonna go out of my way to look for his dick.
I think you might be mistaking Twitter for the actual Wild Wild West.
The movie?
Yeah.
That was a great movie.
Did you go on there try and shoot people?
Yeah.
It's just tweeting at people. Pow, pow.
Kill him.
Yeah, so Chris Evans posted on Instagram. He accidentally posted.
I don't know how you accidentally posted dick pic, though.
I've accidentally sent dick pics.
I've accidentally sent dick pics to the wrong person.
I've sent your dick pics.
Well, I mean, if you keep sending them to me, I'm going to send them to other people.
To your realtor. That's how you got that poo room.
Hey,
you're welcome,
good looking out, buddy.
Yeah.
That makes a lot more sense now. They kept looking right at my dick the whole time. Yeah. I'm like, fuck you looking at?
You definitely need a poo room. You know you do.
You know you need that poo room.
You got a poo dick. That's
that poo dick. Oh God. No, you don't want to get the poo on your dick.
So basically, I tried to do my own research too into finding. Come on, man! Like, I mean, it's Captain America right? Posts his cock somewhere. You're like, I gotta take a look at this fucking thing. And let's be honest, it's probably just an average penis.
I would imagine so.
But like, whenever a celebrity, guy or girl, whenever there's a celebrity nude leak, we all want to see.
Exactly. It's just that weird thing. Like, it makes you feel like they're normal, I guess.
Dude,
in a sense.
Even celebrities that I'm just like, if I met you, I would not be excited in the least. You're about as famous to me as a Domino's pizza guy. Like,
so you're not gonna be looking at Pauly Shore's like.
Are you kidding me? Pauly Shore's way more famous than some of these other fucking people to me. Dude, if you came up to me and were like, you can see Pauly Shore's cock right now.
He'd probably just show it to you, honestly.
Or Tyga. I'd be like, show me Pauly Shore's and I'll pay you to keep Tyga's.
You can just keep that shit under locks. Did you see he actually has a new movie coming out?
Tyga?
Yeah. It's
Tyga King.
Yeah. Starring Carol Baskins. It's actually a reality show. So he watched the Tiger King.
Do you think he's gonna do a video like in the whole Tiger King? Like he does like a whole Tiger King thing?
I hope so.
They're getting married. He's gonna miss on that opportunity.
Dude, they're getting married. Him and Carol Baskins.
Oh. He's next.
Yeah. She's going to go after the real Tyga.
Oh, my God. And he has a son named King. Oh, my God. It's all coming together.
Oh, my God.
He's going to call it Tyga
King.
Yeah. It's going to be him and his son is going to be in the video. And he's going to dress his son up like a tiger.
He's going to milk it.
I'm always coming up with the best ideas on these things. Remember when I said to Megan Thee Stallion, I was like,
"Oh yeah,
you gotta name
stiletto or something.
You gotta name your next album or song Kevlar Stilettos."
Kevlar Stiletto. That was a good one.
Come on,
yo,
man.
I was so disappointed because you tweeted that and no one.
She didn't.
No one responded.
Nothing. Not a like or anything on it. Come on.
I liked it.
That's some clever fucking
actually really was.
shit.
No, seriously. Next year though, you're gonna see it, and that's gonna be the title of her next mixtape. And she's gonna assassinate you, so you don't sue her.
She went from a flat foot to an arch.
McDonald's arches, baby.
Okay, so we talked about that shitty fucking movie.
Yeah.
I really want to see it.
No, I do too.
Oh, everyone's pissed about Mulan. We talked about this.
We called
episodes
that shit
ago. I mean, I didn't know they were gonna be charging $30 on top of your fee to watch the fucking movie. And then, but I saw somebody post on Facebook the other day. They were like, hey, you guys were tripping. Like, Mulan's great. And I was like, man, my respect for you just went down like a million. Like,
was it Ginger Shot?
I couldn't lose any more respect for that guy. Are you kidding?
Do you have any respect for him? I think I take shits I have more respect for in that poo room back there. I'll show you. Him
and minorities are later now.
Him, Hitler, and minorities.
So basically, the movie doesn't have any songs. There's no musical numbers. I think
the dragon's not even in it, right?
Yeah, Mushu. The dragon's not in it. The cricket's not in it. None of the like kind of funny little characters. None of that's in it. There's no musical numbers. There's it's lit. Oh, and Mulan is like magical now. She has magical powers. She's the chosen one instead of just being a random fucking person. And someone pointed out like a huge plot hole in the movie on social media, which I thought was hilarious, because one of the biggest reasons why the ultimate reason as to why the film is what it is is that Mulan makes the decision to go in place of her father because her family doesn't have a son. And if they had a son, they would send their son instead of the father. But because there isn't one, they have to send the father. The man of the house has to go, right? So they have to make the decision to send him. But he is sort of, I guess, disabled from like fighting in previous wars and stuff like that. He got
kicked in the head by a mule.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty common in the area.
It is. That's like, yeah.
So basically, she decides to pretend to be his son and then go off, blah, blah, blah. That's the whole point, right? Mm-hmm. So I guess at the beginning of like their basic training or whatever, the guy is just like, he makes a statement and I guess he goes, if you're unfit for battle, I'm sending you home. So, like, the whole point of her showing up essentially is so pointless because they would have just sent her dad right fucking back. This fucking movie. Like, the fact that they didn't even think about this when they made this stupid
the
fucking
opening
movie.
Scene is fucking just
I haven't seen it. I only saw that on social media that someone said that.
For that shit.
So I don't know if like how accurate that is. Right. Maybe they're fucking bullshitting, but if
I
that's
wouldn't be
true,
surprised.
It's hilarious. Dude, there's literally nothing. What, you want to see like maybe some okay action scenes where they're fighting some battles and blah blah blah.
Right.
What the fuck? Dude, I'm sure there's 1,000 other movies that are way better than that to watch instead of this fucking movie.
I'm sure. Well, that's been my biggest problem. I've seen a few of the live action. Yeah.
All these
Mulans.
Asians.
I wish they would have whitewashed this movie, honestly.
I wish it would have been crazy rich Guatemalans.
Oh, that would have been dope. We could have cast...
Sean would not like
it. Yeah, anyways, we just lost a fan. Damn it. A secret fan.
We know who.
We know who you are. No, but that's been my biggest problem with most of like the live action Disney movies is they lack the major like plot points or major scenes from like the animated movies.
I don't think they even lack the major plot points. I think they copy the plot points exactly, but they lack everything like that made it
exactly.
Work.
That's what I meant to say. Yeah,
all the heart of those films is just drained out of them.
I don't know.
Yes, that was awful.
And he didn't even turn into a fucking snake.
It was awful.
I was like, what the fuck? That was like the dopest scene where he's a fucking snake and he's fucking shit up.
Like, I can't get high to this.
What the fuck is this?
Get out of my lungs.
Put Cuties back on, damn it.
No, I totally get what you're saying. I mean, they've corporatized this whole thing because when you think of the old Disney movies, they were all like passion projects up to a certain extent. Like there was all of these teams working on these movies that were so excited about all of these things.
Right.
And at this point, it's just become these huge cash grabs that they know people are gonna flock to. Like The Lion King, I think. Which one was a bigger flop? I can't remember if it was Aladdin or The Lion King.
I think I couldn't even finish The Lion King, to be honest with you, so I'm going to say
it might be The Lion King. I haven't seen... Did I see Aladdin? I think I saw
Aladdin. I did watch Aladdin.
I knew it was going to be fucking bad, though, but it was awful.
That was terrible. I was not
so
a fan.
Fucking bad. Like Will Smith's auto-tuned fucking singing. Like that was horrible. They added a song for Jasmine to sing. So they were just like, look, we need more music, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I guess an admirable thing about the whole Mulan situation is that I guess they took the consideration that people were saying we don't want to just watch a live action remake shot for shot exactly the same thing. Do something different,
but they took away.
But they did it in a bad way.
Yeah.
They took away all the things that made. There's no music. There's there's none of the interesting characters. There's no is it even a comedy anymore?
And that's what made because I remember watching Mulan as a kid. Yeah, and the dragon that Eddie Murphy played. He had those, funny ass moments, and it just made the fucking movie that much better. And you need the shit like that,
dude.
Know what I mean?
And Mulan's music fucking slaps.
Oh no, it was dope. It was dope. It was dope.
That they were like, yeah, we don't want to put any of this stupid shit in here. Are you kidding me? That was what made at least half of the movie interesting.
Well, because literally after like halfway through the movie, there's no more music because the tone of the movie changed itself, and they started going to war. I think they did it on purpose.
Yeah.
There was, but I was really a good the animated one at least was a really good one.
Well, the live action's even better. I'm sure you'll love it. You ready to shell out $30?
I'll go.
We'll go put some poo porn on our OnlyFans. We've got the room for it, all set up and everything. Dude, what if we actually start doing like shit porn?
Well, I mean, you say already, like I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
No, but
when you get you got to stop getting Callie to hold the camera though. I think that
it gives it that Cloverfield
you're
effect.
Entering Cuties territory, and I'm not comfortable with it, my guy.
She's just behind the camera. I'm the one that's dressed up.
Yeah, but you don't even put up like a guard or anything like that. She's just getting sprayed.
Hey, it's part of the business.
It's like she's going to a Gallagher show.
Oh, good. On that note, I love you guys.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and end this episode. Yep. It was a good one. It was a pleasure to be here, Julian. I had a good time.
No, for sure.
Anyways, guys, this is the Cleaning Out My Closet podcast. You can find us on all social medias: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, even fucking TikTok, which we never use.
No.
At Real Clean Closet. Once again, that's at Real Clean Closet.
At Real Clean Closet.
Or you can find us by our full name, The Cleaning Out My Closet podcast, on the YouTube channel, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, same thing. Same exact thing. Find us anywhere. All of those things. Make sure you're listening to us on Spotify, Apple, basically anywhere that you listen to podcasts. Yeah. We're on there. I'm pretty sure at this point we're on every podcasting platform
ever.
And especially make sure you're listening to us on YouTube, subscribing, liking, commenting. Give us ideas for things to talk about in future episodes, more content for you guys, more conversations for us.
Definitely.
To have.
Yeah. We've always fucking say this. Comment, guys. We have a few people that pretty consistently comment, and we are always engaging with them.
I think my favorite is Johnny Rocket.
Because
he gives us ideas too.
Yeah, no,
it's
for
great.
Sure. For sure.
And he gives us feedback too. Like we'll do an episode off of one of his ideas, and it'll go really well. Right. And he'll really like it. And then the next episode, I think the episode after the suggestion that he gave us, he was like, "This one's the funniest episode ever." Right. And I'm like, "All right, man, all right, my guy. Appreciate it."
So shout out to Johnny Rocket. Like Sean said, don't forget to subscribe.
Twins. I don't even I just have to memorize because it's literally like a handful of people that comment.
Shout out to all of them.
Yeah, but we really do appreciate it. And like we always say, we love to have really intense discussions that are also funny. Mm-hmm. But for us to do that, we need
some feedback,
some interesting talking points, things to talk about, ideas and stuff like that. And we're not necessarily always keyed into what's going on every single week. As much research as we try and do and try and look up Chris Evans' cock, we don't always, there's not always a follow through on that. You know what I mean? Sometimes Julian gets distracted with Tom Holland's penis and then he's off doing, but he shoots those webs so far.
Oh my god. Fucking this episode. This one.
Demonetized.
Yeah, already.
So anyways, guys, make sure you're listening, liking, following, subscribing. Check out our latest episodes on our YouTube channel, Spotify, Apple, anything you want. And kiss your dad for us.
Cheers, man.